February 1st is when I started my first project for this year to now. I've made just under 12K with another projection of 9K within the next 2, 3 weeks. I don't regret anything about it, man. Everything that, these last 6, 7 months, oh my God, has been some of the most rewarding 6 months in my 5 years in business. So,
What's up, guys? So I got my guy Christian here. Christian, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone that's watching, brother?
how y'all doing? I'm Christian, owner of Fantastic Epoxy Floors. We've been in business 5 years now. I've been in the industry just under 10 years now, so I'm a true professional, true expert in the game. But at the same time, I'm still willing to learn and still trying to, master my craft.
Love that, brother. Love
Yes,
that. So,
sir.
guys, Christian is part of my inner circle. He's getting all the secrets. He's getting all the games. And one of the things that we do when we do work with people is we look for the mindset. The guys like Christian. Not only that, because if you know what to do but you don't do it, you don't get results. So
Correct.
you have to have the hustle. And when I think about Christian, guys, this guy, if every entrepreneur is like Christian, they would take their business to the next level. Fearless, hardworking. Like this guy does not stop, and he does not have excuses. Like money, time, whatever it is, this guy will find a way. He's proven that to us many times over,
Yes,
and
sir.
he's one of the guys that really gets me fired up. Christian, I want you to be as transparent and be real with everyone on that watching.
Okay.
What doubts did you have? I want to be able to help someone watching understand, the system, the strategy, and even your experience working with us. But you've seen us on Instagram, right? Like a lot of people are skeptical about stuff like that. For you, brother, what doubts did you have, or what doubts did you not have on working with us or seeing us on the first time and saying, hey, let me connect with these guys? Like, what would you say, brother?
Well, we've been together for like 6, 7 months now, right? We're in
Okay.
partnership, so we've been together for a minute. I've been able to see you guys grow and grow. And so when we first started 6, 7 months ago, I think when you guys sent your first initial email to me asking me, how did I want to scale my business up or something like that, right? It was just a lot of challenges that presented itself. But at the end of the day, I was like, man, this is the move that I need to make to get my business to the next level, to scale up, right? And so I took that leap of faith, man. I took that leap of faith 6, 7 months ago with you guys, and man, I don't regret anything about it, man. Everything that, these last 6, 7 months, oh my God, has been some of the most rewarding 6 months in my 5 years in business. So it's a blessing, man, to be working side by side with you guys, learning so much from you guys, and then learning it, but then implementing, like you said, implementing and putting that strategy into place, and then watching it work and watching it happen just like literally overnight. It's like, man, damn, I should have got with you guys sooner, man.
I love it. I love it, brother. That's a very valid point, right? Like and as you joined in with us, right, and getting to know a lot of the strategies that we're teaching, do you feel like you leveled up in your business and even as an entrepreneur? Like, what would you say about that, brother?
What? That's not even a question. Absolutely. Like, for example, before I get partnered with you guys, I knew my experience and my expertise and the know-how was there. It was just more so about exposure, being in front of that customer, putting my business in front of the customer's face, right? Top of mind, right? You guys always say top of mind. And so absolutely, I think I've scaled tremendously. I've made in this 6 months period being with you guys, it feels like I'm doing myself sick. I'm gonna be ahead, right? Super. I'm already ahead. Within the last month, I got some notes for you guys. Within the last month, I've closed 4 projects, netting just at 11 grand, $11,125.
Let's go.
But also I have within the next 2 to 3 weeks projection projects of 9K that's coming as well. So
Let's
we're
go. Let's
we're
go.
talking about from January 29th, February 1st is when I started my first project for this year to now. I've
Wow.
made just under 12K with another projection of 9K within the next 2, 3 weeks. So that's right at what, $20,000 in less than 45 days.
Bro, and let's talk about that. That's first off, congratulations, brother. Like, you know, this is what happens when you take a chance on yourself, right? And you
Absolutely.
believe in yourself because it don't matter what you do, you have to believe it. You have to have some type of belief in you as the business owner, right?
Facts. Facts.
Which you have a lot of conviction in what you do, brother. And you're good at what you do. You just needed more people to know about you, and we're gonna get
Exactly.
into some strategy stuff. But I just want to mention something. Those months that you're talking about, most service businesses are saying that's their slowest months, right?
Facts.
But
Facts.
now, is it a slow month or just people don't know about you, right? Like, isn't it
Right.
crazy? Look at you,
That's facts.
and
That's
you're
facts.
bro. Summer's coming, man. Like, you're gonna be booked out. You're gonna make so much money at the end of this year.
I'm already knowing I'm booked out for the month of March, so I'm already knowing this is springtime. So when summer comes around, it's gonna be crazy.
Dude, you're gonna make it changing lives, changing your life this year, man. I'm super proud of you, bro. Let's
Appreciate
talk
that, man.
about, yeah, for sure, man. Let's talk about the differences. All right, so a lot of people are skeptical about Instagram in general, like a lot of service businesses, right? They
Okay.
don't they don't believe they can make money on Instagram, and obviously it's a limiting belief. But what would you say you feel like the benefits of Instagram, putting your business and going all in on Instagram versus waiting on word of mouth, Google, Thumbtack, like all those things. Like, what would you say the differences you've experienced?
I learned last year before and this was made the decision to get partnered with you guys a little bit more easier because I learned last year from a gentleman who I partnered with, and he told me a little bit of his game. He just entered the epoxy game. He's been in the industry for less than 2 years, but he was already doing more floors than me. He was able to do 4 or 5 floors a week consistently, and I was like, well, how are you able to do this? Like, what are you doing that, I'm a vet. I'm 5 4 years in the game and I'm not doing four floors a week at the time, right?
Right,
And so he told me what he was doing was he was spending money on ads through Meta platform, right? Through
right,
not necessarily Instagram, but he was using Facebook.
yeah,
So what I did was took the same, what he told me, the game that he gave me, and when you guys positioned the position the hey, come scale your business up, it all kind of lined everything aligned, man. God doesn't make any mistakes, man. So everything happened for a reason. And so what I would say to that is the people that are hesitant about spending money on Instagram, don't, man. Don't be scared. Do it because your business is gonna reap the benefits, and I mean immediately. Or you have to change your strategy up, which we did. And we're seeing results, man. So I'm super proud, super happy, man, to be partnered with you guys, Harley and Reeves, man.
yeah.
Man, much love to you guys for sure.
I appreciate you, my brother.
Sure.
Let's dive in. Let's dive in on some of those. You said some good thing, some good stuff there. So for someone that and I mean, I would give 2K to make 10K back. I mean, that's just like common sense, right? So
Simple math.
yeah, simple math, right? One thing, I mean, one of the things that is a total big benefit when people do work with us is that their investment to us is a full tax write off. So it's either you're gonna pay Uncle Sam or you write everything off, right? Just like so
Yeah.
that's a big one. The second thing is
Facts.
they're investing in a strategy that basically pays for itself, just like you made money from the strategy, right? So
Correct. Correct.
one of my mentors, they said, if it costs you, if it makes you money, it costs you nothing. You know what I mean? Like
Uh,
if it paid for itself, it costs you nothing. So I mean, that's in business. That's how we leverage things. We have to leverage and be strategic with things. So if you can leverage something like that that makes you money back and you can write it off instead of paying Uncle Sam, you scale your business versus give Uncle Sam the money. It's more smart to do that. So
Absolutely.
kudos to you for being one of those smart guys. The next thing I want to talk about is let's you said 87,000 people seen your business. You
Views.
don't
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you didn't need to run it that much. You were able to like take it off and still make money, which is excellent. So do you think that 87,000 people in 2 months of in 2 months basically of like where you've been at so far would have seen your business, your epoxy business on like the other
Absolutely.
on the other platforms?
Absolutely not. Even with me, absolutely not. It's not possible. Even with me, posting daily stories and posting daily reels and trying to be on top of mind and be on people's beat at the forefront of people's mind when it comes to epoxy products, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely not. I still wouldn't have been viewed 90,000 times in the city of Houston without you know, promoting that ad and getting it out there and putting it in the front of, these clients, customers' faces because, people need it. It's a product or service that people want or need, should I say.
yeah,
But it was just exposure. It was all about exposure. And now that I'm getting the exposure, man, it's making a world of difference, bro. So
love it. I
this
mean,
this strategy is proven. So if you're hesitant, if you're scared, man, that scaredness, man. Jump off the porch and get with it, man.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
That's how winners win. The guys at the top, man, they take all the risks because they just believe in themselves. They have that conviction. They don't need to go ask their wife to, should I do this? Your wife don't want to answer that question, man. Like,
Correct. Yeah.
let me go ask my business partner, man. Make a decision in your life. Don't wait, man. Do something for yourself. Don't, because
this
guess what happens? Yeah,
shit in here, it resonates in here and in here in my heart,
yeah,
and
right,
in my
exactly.
gut and in my heart.
When you came, brother, you knew you were going to be successful. Like I seen that in your eyes, I seen that in your actions, and that's why because we were qualifying people, and actually the qualifications since we first started working are even more strict now. So I'm not working with everyone, right? And we have an inner circle, and the inner circle, brother. All the game that they're getting, like I want to keep that within us and not give everyone this strategy because I'll ask you this, brother. Do you see anyone else in your industry doing that? What you're doing right now? Do you see anyone popping up on your
No,
phone?
it's crazy that you say that, bro, because literally since I've partnered with you guys, I see so many of my competitors now following you guys and liking y'all's page. And I'm like, man, are these guys on my competitors in Houston trying to get down with with creative culture and trying to, but I mean, it's all love. It's like I said, Houston is a big enough market for everybody to win. So, at the end of the day, I'm locked in with you guys. I'm learning, and so I don't. If let's say one of my competitors was to join forces and get down with the program, that's cool. Kudos to them. May the best man win. But
I
I
got
know
you.
I'm coming out on top.
Exactly, bro. That's one thing about you I love, man. Your mindset. Exactly, bro. We don't live scarcity. There's
Right.
millions of people out there for us to work with. Even that's why like a lot of people think they might think that like, oh well, what if they work with our competitors? Brother, like how many, let's say like for example, Austin has about 1 million people. Even if let's say we're running this in Austin. Even if you had 1% of Austin, you couldn't fulfill on all those clients. So the most important thing is the guy that gets out in front of everyone first. So now when you do it, I mean, you're the top dog. You're the guy out there that's doing it. So
Yeah.
everybody else is kind of coming under you, but you already have such a big head start in the industry. Everyone has already seen you, so you're like gonna be the top dog in that space. So good
You
point.
you know what makes me feel good. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I get so many compliments now from strangers, from family members and friends that are telling me about the content that we're creating now.
Yeah,
Like it's so much different and so much better. Like, oh, I see you, Christian. I see you, man. The ads you've been putting out, they look like real commercials, right? And so that's just kudos to me, the team, right? My entire team, right? My editor, right?
exactly.
And I got all of this game from you guys, right? Having to get you a setter, get you an editor, get you a photographer, get you somebody, get you a team
Yeah,
around. It makes it easier to do your job, right?
yeah.
So,
I
man,
love that. I love that.
yes, sir.
Let's talk about strategy a little bit, okay? A lot
Okay.
of people might think, that, oh, I'll just shoot a video and then hope that I get those type of results for myself. But is this just a video, like one video that has bring you the results, or is there other things in the program? And you can mention a few things. There's a lot of strategies we give, but what I feel like you let me know your experience, like how much more powerful do you feel as a business owner knowing how to do your own marketing versus being owned by someone else? Let's talk about video versus strategy. Like, what would you say, brother?
Man, it's empowering. First of all, right? For my business, we focus on like 3 to 4 categories on posting content. Right. So we have educational content, we have transformational content, we have like family and friends and family oriented type of content. And then we have like the experimental type of content, right? And so I would say prior to me getting with partnering with you guys, I didn't do any of that. It was just my content that I posted on my Instagram was simply before and after transformational, right? Which is cool, but it's boring,
Yeah,
right? And so now that what I've also noticed is when I do my educational reels content and I'm speaking in front of the camera like we're having this dialogue now, the audience loves that much more. They're more engaged. I get more views, more likes. And so, that's me putting myself in front of my brand. And it bodes well when you do that. So, man, it, it's it, it. Man, there's so many strategies, man. If I give them all, I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
giving the game away now.
Yeah. No, don't give him the game, man. Nah. Wait. Let's talk about it. So, just to be clear, because I want. This is a very important thing for a lot of people that might be watching. They might think like, why not hire a videographer, shoot a copy Christian's ad? Is it just video or the marketing side? Like, the systems we set up, how we launch the campaign, the people we target. Like, do you feel like that plays a big role, or can someone just hire a videographer and get the same results as you?
No, no, absolutely not. It's not just about shooting, shooting the content and doing that because you have to be intentional. It has to be intentional content, right?
Right.
And so that's something that I've learned as well with working with you guys, right? Before, like I said, I was just shooting before and after, just getting photos and getting pictures. But even my photos and pictures weren't necessarily the best, right?
Right.
Now that I've been studying and working with you guys, I know about slow panning, right? Different forms of videoing and trying to you can move it quick, right? It's different things that you could do to optimize your project. Uh, so no, to answer your question directly, no, I don't think just the average person could see my ad, try to mimic it or recreate it and think that they're gonna get the same look. Because it's not just simply about the shooting of the content. It has to be intentional. It has to be strategic, right? It has to be with purpose. So if you're missing one or two of those things, then you're just wishing for hope. You're wishing for luck. So
Right.
good luck,
Good luck, this guy. This guy's savage. So look, like, I guess what I was when it comes to like video versus strategy,
Don't.
if they did shoot a video and try to copy your video, they wouldn't get 90,000 people to actually see their business because of the marketing, the way we set up the campaigns, the way we target. It's totally unique. And then we have the automation where we have someone using AI and we have someone that's doing the outreach and all this
Correct.
stuff. So while you're actually out on site, your marketing is running behind the scenes. And the beautiful thing about Instagram is what? It literally is selling your business for you, because that's how the algorithm works. They want to show people what they want to see to keep them on the platforms. So with you, basically, if someone is searching for, garages or home improvement or flooring or epoxy, your ad starts to show up on those people's phones. So it's
Correct.
totally different, right? And if you post organic content, like nothing happens for you because there's 1.6 billion pieces of content being uploaded every single day. And guess what? No one's gonna see it if you're not like good at creating content. So I'm
Correct.
happy that I'm happy that you were able to learn how to create content because being intentional with the content is very important. But another big part of that is how you actually create the campaign. It's very unique strategy that we're using, right? If you put everything together that we created in the program, would you say
Correct.
like someone could pick that up off the street and just like figure that out, or would you say
Hell
no?
no. Hell no. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Nah.
right. Unique.
For,
It's unique, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's unique to you guys, and like you guys we're the only ones. We're the only ones doing it. All right. And so I'm looking at my competitors, looking at me, viewing me, and so I know they're watching. So we're
For
doing
sure.
something right. We're doing something right.
Oh, for sure. A lot of my inner circle clients, the group that you're in, a lot of them have their competitors asking them for work now because they look at them, bro.
As the
They
big dog, as the top
Yes,
dog.
they're looking at them like, man, if you have any clients you could pass my way, like reach out to me. So think about this, Christian. If their competitors are looking at them as the best, how do you think that the consumer is looking at them? Think about
Like they're
that.
the like they're
They're
the they're a premium product or premium
premium,
service based
right?
company.
They're the guys that are running the show in that industry. So that's why I think, when we talk about the strategy and why it's so different, it's because most people are going to use Google, Thumbtack, or try to scale word of mouth, which you don't control how many people refer you out next week, next month, nothing. So
Correct.
you can't really have a business like that. Like you have a pipeline, you're already booked out like next month because you have a system and a strategy running that your competitors don't have. They can't figure it out, and they're
Correct.
they're literally getting left in the dust because comfort it kills everything. They're comfortable with using like the things that are traditional. But would you say in
Exactly.
2026 things are different, or not even 2026? The future is here, and it's easier to get clients, right? What would you say
Yeah,
your experience with that is, brother? Well, like why Instagram for you versus like using those other platforms? Why do you feel Instagram's it?
man, you guys state it all the time, right? There's, I think, 6.5 billion users on Instagram daily,
3.5,
right?
yeah, that,
3.5, right? And so, right, the average American or the average person, we ain't talking about American now, we're talking about the average person is spending 8, 10 hours a day on their phone scrolling, right? And so they're not scrolling on Google. They're scrolling on social media platforms. So, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, right? And so
oh man,
uh,
so true.
you got to be where the market is, man. You got to go where the future is, man. And this is the future for
I
sure.
love it. I love it.
Instagram is the future of business, in my opinion, as well. Like I think you say it all the time. Google is dead in regards to people still utilize it. I'm not saying they don't, but it's
Right.
it's phasing out. It's phasing out like CDs did. With
Right.
MP3 players back then. 20 years ago, right?
Why don't wait to the ship to sink, man. Get off the ship. Like
Yeah.
cuz guess what happens? A lot of people they wait so long until they don't have another way of doing things. So they wait all the way until like, oh, this is not working anymore. Then they start panicking. But the guys that are pivoting early usually own the market, are the first ones doing it, and get ahead of everyone else that's sinking on that ship. So I think that's very important. Christian, one thing I want to ask you is, what is the differences before, working with us? Like, where was you at with, business and income and clients in the door? And obviously, you told us about where you're at now, but give me like where you at, and then how much you've made so far working with us. Like, what's the total number of jobs and all that stuff that you
Man, I didn't see you put me on the spot on that. Since I've been working with you guys, the total number I didn't calculate that, but if I had to say, since working with you guys, I say it would be close to 25, $30,000 that I've made with you guys. Man, it's huge. I made huge strides working with you guys, man. But for example, I have a team now. Before working with you guys, and everything I was doing was on my own, right? I have a setter. Shout out to Lori, my setter. Man, when I say Lori has literally booked close to 20 consultations,
crazy?
right? It's we're tackling all angles, man. And so shout out to Lori for doing an amazing job, right? Like you said earlier, that automatic system. When I'm working, she was working yesterday while I was working on the project. She was asking me about such and such. Have you spoke with them? Have you, just keeping me on track? Have you spoke to Connie? Have you spoke to Hendrix? Have you spoke? Did you close out? What happened with this customer? What happened with that customer? So just little things like that, having the whole team behind me, man. I wouldn't have had that without you guys. I wouldn't have known where to go, how to find a setter, how to find an editor, right?
Yeah.
And that's all kudos to you guys, man.
Good, bro.
All
Thank
kudos
you
to
so
y'all.
much. I appreciate the love, bro. You're literally someone that we really enjoy having part of the winner circle because, you know, you're one of those guys that, man, I gotta say, man, resilient. Just like this guy doesn't stop, man, and I love that energy. That's why when we work with people, we work. I'm looking focusing on the CEO more than I care about the revenue. Most businesses take whoever comes in the door and they try to like sign up whoever, but I believe what we've built is so exclusive. But we have so many heavy hitters in there, and you can learn from everyone in the program, right?
Facts,
And it's
facts.
people throwing their wins in there every all the time and telling people how much they're making. That just fires everybody up.
That's another thing to say, man. It's so beautiful to see, because at first I was hesitant to join the program as well, because I'm like, man, I wonder how many other businesses or people like me are doing this or spending this money on themselves or investing in themselves, right? And then as soon as I do it, I get on these calls and to see, 10, 15, 20 other people, like-minded individuals, business-minded individuals that are invested in themselves, spent that money, and then to hear their wins and their testimonies after being with you guys for 2 months, 3 months, a month, and just hear their success. It's a beautiful thing, man. It
I'm
really is,
glad.
bro.
I'm
Sure.
really glad you're a part of that, brother, because you're one of those guys that are gonna keep crushing, man. We're gonna do another interview like this at the end of the year. We're gonna have some big wins. Let's go, Christian. Let's go,
For
brother.
sure.
Oh man, well, man, thank you so much for hopping on, bro. I really want to give back to people watching and let them understand, you know, because people see us on Instagram, they might think we're fake. They might think that this is not something real or this is something that people win with.
Yeah.
So, interviewing real life people like you out there in the fields, doing it, crushing it with the same strategy that we gave you. We gave to give you the step by step, and you implemented everything, and you have great success with it. And you own your marketing, bro. No one owns you. You don't have to pay a Google. You don't have to pay a Yelp, a Angie's List, a Thumbtack, bro. You have your
Facts.
own system set up in your business. You're a real business now with a marketing, you have a marketing section part of your business, right? Like a
Marketing
marketing
strategy for
division.
sure.
Yeah, yeah. So, kudos to you, man, for believing in yourself and hopping into the winner circle. And again, we're looking for the guys that are, we're not, we got stricter with our qualifications, right? So, if
Only the cream of the crop now.
only the cream
Only
of the
the
crop,
cream of the
man.
crop, baby.
Yeah, I just want guys like you, that mindset, that hustle. People are just starting their business out. Save us for later when they actually are there, and they don't look at marketing as an expense versus an investment. That's two
Yeah,
different things, man. So
for
we,
sure.
we wanna work with the big dogs. So and
For
I'm
sure.
excited, man. We got big dogs in the group. So
Yes,
anyways,
sir.
Christian, I want thank you so much, man, for hopping on again, and it's great talking to you. See you in a little bit.
Yes,
Make sure
sir.
you hop on the call
I'll
at
be there.
yeah, bro.
I'll be there.
Yeah, this guy's closed 10 millions in sale. Ask as many questions as you want. He's gonna give you so much game. So that meeting is gonna be fun, man. I'm excited for you. Christian, my brother, thank you again, brother, and we'll speak soon. I'll see you in a little bit, my man. All
Much
right,
love, bro. Much love.
be good, my brother. Later, man. Have a good
Yes,
one.
sir.
All right, later, man.